Greetings Netrunners, and welcome to our look at the new Intervention datapack from the Flashpoint cycle. First up we'll be looking at the runner cards, starting with the Anarchs. And first we have En Passant. It's an event sabotage with a cost of 0 and has play only if you made a successful run this turn. Trash an unres piece of ice you passed during the last run you made this turn. So that means that if you've made a successful run on one of the servers, or one of the HQ or R&D, and there was some expensive ice that the Corp couldn't afford to res, and you get through, you can use this to force them to trash that piece of ice. So that's part of their defense is gone for later runs. So that's fairly good. Next we have Frantic Coding. Cost of 3 event. Look at the top 10 cards of your stack. If any of those cards are programs, you may install one of them, lowering the install cost by 5. Trash the rest of those cards. Now that's fairly good because you're going to be able to find the program you want, hopefully, and install it possibly for free, because if a reduction of 5 reduces it to 0, or if not, it's going to be much cheaper. But the downside here is that you're having to lose 10 cards. That's quite a big hit from your deck. And if you don't have a way to get things back from the trash, then you're not going to be able to use those cards. So it would really only fit into a deck where you have the ability to get things back. Next we have the Criminals, and a wonderful new console called the Gauntlet. Cost of 5 and has +2 memory strength, and whenever you access cards from HQ during a run, access 1 additional card for each piece of ice protecting HQ that you broke all the subroutines on during this run. So if you've got a good setup going and you can get through all the ice that's between you and HQ, then having all that ice actually helps you because it allows you to access more cards. So this is fantastic if you've got a good setup and you can get through the ice, then you can access the whole hand potentially if they put that many pieces of defense down. So I'm going to be definitely using that one in my criminal decks. Next we have a new program, Icebreaker Fracture Saker. Cost of 4, memory cost of 1. Has 1 credit, break barrier subroutine, 2 credits +2 strength, or 2 credits, return Saker to your grip. De-res barrier, use this ability only after using Saker to break all the subroutines on that barrier during a single encounter. Now we had one like this previously in this set for use with other kinds of ice. And as I said before, it can be really effective. Because if they have an extremely expensive to res piece of ice, if you can get through it, then you can totally force them to pay that money again. So it's just a way of slowing down their economy. Next we have Blockade Runner. A new resource connection. Cost of 1, has 2 clicks, draw 3 cards, shuffle 1 card from your grip into your stack. So a good way to get a lot of card draw really quickly. Although it does take 2 clicks. But it's getting you that 1 extra card, that a 3rd click for card draw. So it's in the end it's saving you, but you do have to shuffle the card from your grip back into your stack. Next we have the Shapers and a new identity, which is extremely important for what she is. Ellie Smoke Skovac, link strength of 0. Identity Gmod Stealth. Yes, that's right. We have a runner who is a stealth card, and she has 1 regenerating credit. Use this credit to pay for using icebreakers. So now all of those cards that say they get special effects when you use credits from stealth cards, you can use to pay for with her. And she has a deck cost of 14 and 15. Now this is a huge thing, and I want to think we'll be seeing a lot of decks using stealth cards with her involved. And now a new piece of hardware, the Top Hat, cost of 0. Whenever you make a successful run of R&D, instead of accessing cards, you may choose one of the top 5 cards of R&D and access it. You cannot access any other cards in R&D during this run. So even the Corp doesn't know what you'll be getting, because you can pick any one of the 5 and have a look at it. Next we have a new program, Blackstone program, Icebreaker Fracture, cost of 4, memory cost of 1. Has 1 credit, break barrier subroutine, 3 credits +4 strength. The remainder of this run, use this ability only by spending at least 1 credit from a stealth card. So as I said before, using the new identity, Smoke, suddenly you can activate the ability with the credit from her card. So suddenly all these stealth cards that have abilities are much more useful. That's when you've got an identity that can give you that credit. Next we have the neutral cards. Government Intervention. Cost of 0, event current. This card is not trashed until another current is played or an agenda is scored. While secretly spending credits, players cannot spend 2. So that allows you to really limit the Jinteki currency games. So where you have to spend 0, 1 or 2 credits, the Jinteki player can no longer spend 2. So you've got the option of 0 or 1, meaning much more likely that you're both going to spend the same amount, and the Jinteki player will not get his bonuses from getting the game right. And finally we have Citadel Sanctuary. Cost of 2, resource location. If you are tagged, when your turn ends, force the corp to trace 1. If unsuccessful, the runner removes 1 tag. Or you can trash all cards in your grip to prevent all meat damage. So it's really a good way of defending yourself from tags, because if at the end of your turn you can make sure that the corp is low on credits, you'll force them to trace, and then you can remove a tag without having to spend the clicks. And also the ability to trash, even if you have to trash your whole grip, to prevent all meat damage that could be done to you, would be extremely handy. That's all the cards for the runners this time, Netrunners. Next time we'll be looking at the corp cards, so remember to like and subscribe.